I'll be calling you a radical. More tide pools. We're getting closer to San Francisco. Now I looked at this exact tide pool. There's a video out there 3 years ago. And I did find a few starfish, and there was a little bit of life in it 3 years ago. Not much, but there was some. And there was a lot of growth on the rocks. I'll find the video, I'll dig through. I was a little busy at the time fighting cancer. But these are really amazing tidal pools. Now, some guy comes to tell me and says, oh, I'm a marine biologist in San Mateo County. I've been docking. Where you been for 6 fucking years? You know, they're derelicts. The marine biology world, they are derelicts. You know, go have another symposium in Europe. You know, right in your backyard, you're sitting there watching. You did nothing. You didn't document it. You didn't stand up for us. You're a bit mystified, baffled. You're puzzled in your golden handcuffs. You're not marine biologists. You take your degrees and stick them right up your ass. Where I am the new Doc Ricketts. I love Doc Ricketts. Here we go. Here, there's some crabs. You see them? We have seen a few crabs. These are incredibly historic tide pools right here. Like I said, I have a video of them. And you can look up online these pictures of these pools just loaded with purple. They get the big, thick. And then, of course, the California urchins, again, I think they're extinct. You know, they used to be all over these rocks. Look at these rocks. I mean, I could tiptoe. Here's a few snells. Here we go. So we got a few snells. The other thing, like I said, the stark is no starfish, and the black scum that's everything that's moved in, which is the lowest form. The green, it's the lowest form. And it's the invasive species. Like I said, don't do your dishes for a few years and see what grows. Just leave them laying in the sink with a little bit of water. That's what it looks like. I mean, how good of a tide pool is that right there? I mean, Mother Nature made it perfect right there. It's one of Mother Nature's beautiful gems. You see any of her inhabitants in there? It's very sad. It's heartbreaking, actually. Very heartbreaking. And I've got dozens of these. I've got hundreds of them I haven't put up. You know, I try to put some. There's a little, be careful, it gets a little slick right here, Patrick. So the black mussels that you see, we see those all over. And they raise up, they should be that big. They're only that big. Even they're in. There's a couple little sea anemones right there. See them? There's some sea anemones right there. But you don't even see, I mean, forget octopus. How many octopus have we found in the, I've been doing this, I've looked at every tide pool from San Francisco to Mexico, literally. I've walked it. You know, there might be one or two I've missed, but I doubt it. Most of them I've documented multiple times. We do see a few snails once in a while. It's really sick, Patrick. So be really careful. These will break your arm so fast. You got to be careful doing this. That's why Doc Ricketts had those crazy boots he used to wear. You don't think it's slimy. It's like, I'm a good skier, I'm a good surfer, I'm a good tide pool jumper. There's a big sea anemone right there. See him?
Yeah. There's some behind you. That looked really pale, really pale. And
that's the thing. Even the sea anemones
right here.
The sea anemones, even the sea anemones we see. There they go. They look pretty healthy. Kinda.
Kinda.
Not really.
Not really. Kinda.
Not like they're supposed to look.
Yeah.
In comparison to what we've seen, you know. You know, because we've seen so much death. Now be really careful. This is slicker than
this is dicey.
slick.
This is
But I want to get over to that pool.
dicey.
But I don't break my arm.
Go this way.
But like I said, the big squid. There we go. There's a crab. We see a few crab once in a while, but most of them are dead.
Yeah.
No squid, no octopus, let alone the big ones. I mean, you know how big those things can get.
Yeah.
We don't even see the little octopus or the little squids or the little creatures or the little, you know. Well, half these creatures, they still couldn't figure out what they are and who they are. Like I said, I looked at this exact identical tide pool. I'm sure that I have a video somewhere. I was sick at the time, and all these people told me oh, we'll help you do your tide pool videos on your walk, and they all abandoned me. But I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me. the people who prayed for me, the people who fought for me, who fought for the sea, the little bit of money that I've raised, and the people that have sponsored this. I can't say how much I love you and how much you mean to me. Without that, this historic work wasn't done, I would be dead. I mean, it's your prayers and your fight and your love that saved me.
Horrible. It's horrible over here.
And so,
A bunch of snails.
well, we've seen snails. We have seen some snails. So, and the marine biologists have betrayed us. They make all the money. They got the, you want to talk college shit. I got degrees. I have lots of degrees. Talk about a PhD. This one is, huh? Okay, look at that. Nature she couldn't have made more a perfect place for her creatures to live at a tide pool. Look at it. Look how perfect that tide pool is. It looks like a clear mountain lake. It looks like Utah. Let's go fishing for rainbow trout. There's nothing in them. Few snails. I've seen a few of those, but they've gotten worse over the last 3 years. And you're going to say, oh, no, Kevin. You're going to say, no, it's El Nino. What, a Spanish boy? That made up bullshit term. We know that El Nino ended 2 years ago. How about, the drought? What caused the drought? There's a mirror. So, scientists are mystified, they're puzzled, they're baffled, they got golden handcuffs. They're chumps because they're too lazy to do any work. Because they can't hypothesize in their mind that anything's new. Because they're lazy fucks with their money and their golden handcuffs. I call it Fukushima. It's new. So a good PhD hypothesis, Fukushima's going to kill the sea, it's going to kill the sea, it's going to break the fucking light, the eco chain's going to break. Kevin Blanch, March 12, 2011. It's going to give you leukemia, then he gets leukemia, then you do the work. The field work for I did the field work for 6 years. Full of leukemia. Walking the entire coast of California and with a GoFundMe page and some people, beautiful people, praying for me, sponsoring me, and I did the work. Sleeping in a sleeping bag. A lot of it with a central line hanging out of my jugular vein. My doctor says, you're crazy. I says, yeah, I'm crazy enough to survive cancer. That's how crazy I am. So, I think that all the marine biologists at Cal Berkeley, at Stanford, at UCLA, I think all of them should be rounded up. I think it's criminal what they've done. They get paid by the taxpayer to do this. Because they've never seen it before. They can't even hypothesize and think about maybe some new knowledge. No, God forbid, they're just going to regurgitate, collect their comfortably numb, dumb check. So, stay tuned. There ain't nothing. Like I said, I have video. There were some starfish in these pools 3 years ago. Not many, and they were mostly bat stars and orange, but we did find one red crimson on the Cal Poly Pier. I didn't find it, Sue, but she showed me a picture of it. Her and her daughter really worked, and they did find, so there's one left. And then, of course, I got that bat star at Monterey, one. Very sad. The Great Pacific Genocide.
It's almost antiseptic. It should be strong tang of life.
Yeah, you can't even smell it. You can't taste it.
There's no marine layer. There's no tang.
There's never a marine layer anymore.
Now it's just virtually antiseptic.
Sad. Stand tuned.